What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants. No hate. Now, let me talk about something real quick. And I want to bring up some heavyweights because I got something to say. I want to respond to something, because people are very short in the brains. And I realize people talk a lot like they know every fucking thing, but they don't know what they're fucking talking about. They don't understand simple shit. I don't care how many little comparisons you make, analogies or whatever, they just don't get it. Let me explain something to you guys. If any of you don't know what the fucking word criteria means, okay, let me explain something to you. And I'm going to say it again. When something doesn't have substance, there's no actual order for it. It's just preference or just somebody's liking. That's not criteria. That's somebody's agenda. Okay. It's just like, for example, if you apply for a job and they say must have at least 3 years experience minimum, a college degree or whatever, high school, whatever. It's telling you what you need. It's telling you what forms of ID that you need. That's criteria. Okay, you need this, that, and there's other ways also to explain that. But that pretty much, okay, there's something that it's set that you need this. Okay? It's just like, for example, okay, well, anyway, so this is what people seem to not understand. People keep fucking looking at names. Nobody gives a fuck about who you like and don't like. That's not what the fuck this is about. We're talking about Hall of Fame or all-time greats. Who cares who the fuck you like? Who cares who you don't like? We're talking about people in the Hall of Fame. Everybody's making up their own fucking criteria of why this person should or shouldn't be. This is why I'm saying the shit is fucking subjective. But me personally, I only give a fuck about quality opponents that you fought, that you beat. Okay, your accomplishments being in that. So if we took a guy like Marvin Hagler that's fought in one fucking weight class, we take a guy like Deontay Wilder that's fought in one fucking weight class, okay, as a pro. If you was to choose between the two, who deserved to be in the Hall of Fame, who the fuck would you choose? Now me, it's Marvin Hagler all day. Look at Marvin Hagler's fucking resume. Look at what he's done. Look at who he's done it against. Now do the same thing for Deontay Wilder. What's one of the biggest differences between Deontay Wilder? Well, for one, Marvin Hagler could fucking fight. He could box. Okay, he's durable, he's sharp, he's smart, which is Wilder just doesn't have those things. Wilder's just basic. No matter how many people Wilder has knocked out, he's never beaten or knocked out a quality fucking opponent. The best on his fucking resume was a fucking decent Luis Ortiz who was past his fucking prime. Okay, so at the end of the fucking day, when you don't have wins against a Hall of Famer, you don't have wins against an all-time great, how the fuck do you qualify for either? Now, people going by motherfucking Terrence Crawford's logic, pay fucking attention, not my logic, by Terrence Crawford's logic, if you say the first thing that came out of his mouth as one of, as something as a flaw, as a holdback for Errol Spence's why he shouldn't be, why he's not a Hall of Famer is he only fought in one weight class. Okay, so did Marvin Hagler. Okay, so did Marvin Hagler. And even though Marvin Hagler fought Ray Leonard, he fought Duran, he fought Hearns. Okay, all of them came up from smaller weights. So his very best wins and most notable wins wasn't even against natural middleweights. But are we going to play stupid and act like we don't see the skills of Marvin Hagler? You understand what I'm saying? So my point is always, so by that logic, by Terrence Crawford's logic, we can't put Marvin Hagler in that shit. So when you motherfuckers say stupid shit like comparing Errol Spence to Marvin Hagler is just silly, you dumb fucks don't pay attention. The comparison to me, for me, is not about Spence versus Hagler. We're talking about the logic of Terrence Crawford based on his fucking logic. No, Marvin Hagler can't be in there. So if for his opinion to be Marv was a beast, he doesn't have to fucking see Terrence Crawford the way other Errol Spence the way other people see it. And like I said, he was the most accomplished. Do you stupid motherfuckers know what that means? If motherfucker went out and won 3 belts and beat 3 different people to get his belts versus another fighter who basically was never unified, had losses. And mind you, Crawford gave Errol Spence his first and only loss. Okay, Crawford, even though Spence was the most accomplished fighter on his resume, he also was his easiest fucking win, or one of the easiest wins. Definitely, he destroyed him. What don't people fucking understand? You guys are like little fucking kids. You read something and you don't fucking comprehend what the fuck you read. And I can tell because of their stupid responses. No fucking body's comparing the two of them as fucking fighters. I done fucking told you I think Canelo would kick fucking Errol Spence's ass. Because Errol Spence, he's a boxer puncher, and he doesn't know how to fight a disciplined fucking fight. He said when he fought Mikey Garcia, the way he did it on purpose to show that he could box. That shit he was doing wouldn't work against Canelo. So if I think Canelo could fucking beat him, don't you fucking think, dumbass, that I think Marvin Hagler would have whooped his ass too? Because I believe Marvin Hagler would have beat Canelo. What the fuck is wrong with you guys, man? God damn, you guys say some stupid shit. And it's like, how old are you motherfuckers, man? God damn, y'all say some dumb shit. You don't understand, like, the simplest fucking shit. We're talking about heavyweights. And if you're talking about boxing, the heavyweights I wanted to bring up. In my opinion, let me say this. Riddick Bowe would have knocked Deontay Wilder out. Easy. Holyfield would have knocked Deontay Wilder out. Easy. Mike Tyson would have knocked Deontay Wilder out. Easy. Okay, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Ken Norton, they would have knocked him out. Now, he don't even have a chance. The only chance he got is landing that right hand. I don't see Wilder's right hand like everybody else say. I don't see that shit that way. I looked at who he's knocked out. Now, Ernie Shavers, land on him first, he's out there. And even though the thing with Wilder, you understand, anybody that's beaten Ernie Shavers, they jumped on his ass. Wilder don't fight like that. And Wilder just those sloppy, wild shit. And Wilder is just not impressive to me at all. But my point, with all those heavyweights, let me take Holyfield, let me take Riddick Bowe, let me take Mike Tyson, let me take Muhammad Ali. Notice I didn't even throw Ali in it, because Ali would just box circles around this dude and probably end up stopping him anyway. More than likely, I feel like Ali would have just beat the shit out of him, dance move, make him look dumb. It would have been probably the easiest fight Ali ever had, and stopped him at some point. But let me tell you something. Everybody that I just named was battle tested. But there's some of these guys that I don't see. Like, I don't see Ken Norton the way other people do. I don't see Ernie Shavers the way other people do. Let me make this clear. But the thing with Deontay Wilder is, and it's not about a dislike for the motherfucker. That has nothing to do with it. Wilder has no quality fucking names. If you don't have, just like, okay, if you don't have Hall of Fame names on your resume that you've beaten, how the fuck can you get in something? That's like that's like losing the playoffs but going to the Super Bowl still. Make that make sense. So for that to be the case, right? Let's look at this. When I did Terrence Crawford's title defenses and title fights, and I gave y'all the fucking list. Nobody on that fucking list is a Hall of Famer or an all-time great. The only three really two. Really two, but there's people that most people, when you look at that list, out of everybody, and not no fucking Victor Postal, he was a decent fighter, but he ain't no fucking Hall of Famer, no all-time great. The biggest names on that, definitely no fucking Jeff Horn. None of them motherfuckers, man. Like the three names on there that you look at and say, okay, damn, can we put all three of them in there or just two? Kell Brook, Sean Porter, and Errol Spence. And the fact of the matter is, you can't put Sean Porter in there and not put Errol Spence in there. Do you understand? So what criteria are we going by? So this is why I said, going by the logic of Terrence Crawford. You can't fucking say a guy that only fought one division. Motherfucker, Arturo Gotti's in that bitch. Okay? You think Arturo Gotti could beat Errol Spence? Mickey fucking Ward. We talking about fucking Ricky Hatton's in there. So the fighters that y'all call bums and shit and whatever, or they're great until you realize Floyd beat him or some shit. Now you want to try, oh, he ain't shit anyway. Whatever. This is the point what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck about their criteria. My criteria don't matter to them because I don't call the shots. But if you are going to take accomplishments over quality opponents, then you definitely got to put Errol Spence in that motherfucker. Because Errol Spence beat quality opponents. And he's accomplished. That doesn't mean he can beat Terrence Crawford, right? Okay then. So Terrence Crawford is doing nothing but tarnishing his own fucking accomplishments. Because he doesn't have any fucking wins over any Hall of Famers or all-time greats. I don't think Errol Spence is an all-time great. I don't think Sean Porter is an all-time great. I don't think Kell Brook is an all-time great. But also, Kell Brook also beat Sean Porter. But I do think all three of them are Hall of Famers. There's a difference between the fucking two. But based on Terrence Crawford's logic, they're not Hall of Famers. And that's why he made the point about, oh, well, when he fought, when Errol Spence fought Kell Brook had a damaged eye. No, his eye wasn't damaged when he fought him. His eye was damaged before he fought him. But Errol Spence damaged he broke the other eye socket. Okay, Triple G broke his eye socket, and then Errol Spence broke his other eye socket. And then Terrence Crawford fought this guy afterwards. How the fuck are you going to bring up an opponent and make an excuse for him losing, and you fought him? Not only did he have a two broken eye sockets at that point, okay, he was washed up. I watched the fucking fight. I watched the build up to the fight. And I remember the criticism that Terrence Crawford was getting because nobody wanted that fucking fight with a washed up Kell Brook. That's why nobody gave a fuck about Kell Brook and versus Amir Khan outside of the UK. Who gave a fuck about that fight? Whoever brings it up and talk about it. This was no epic battle. God, what the fuck? This was two guys that could box, that were good fighters, that never fought and were past their prime. It's like, okay, at least we finally got that fight. That's all the fuck that fight was. What don't you motherfuckers understand? Like, it's just like talking to fucking kids, man. God damn, yo, you guys, man. So my point is, there's heavyweights that might not have as many knockouts as Wilder, but got far more quality opponents on their resume. So my point is, for someone to be a Hall of Famer, okay? For someone to be a Hall of Famer, you have to beat Hall of Famers. For someone to be an all-time great, you have to beat all-time greats. Even if you lose to some of the all-time greats, you have to beat some of them in order for you to be considered an all-time great. Not to mention when you don't duck no smoke and when you have a stellar resume that, hey, man, I might have lost. And this is why you gotta fucking put Sean Porter in there, because Sean Porter, he wasn't the very best, but he was a good fighter, and he did fight the top guys, the very top guys in his division of his era. He fought all of them. And out of all of those guys, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, Spencer, he's the only one that can say he fought all of them. You understand what I'm saying? So my point is, when you put people in there in the Hall of Fame, how are you putting them in there? Are they earning it? You putting fucking movie stars in there because a motherfucker made a movie, a series of movies about boxing. Like, oh, come on, man. Come on, this shit is not hard, man. Like, goddamn, with some of you, it's like, goddamn, you're annoying because you listen to what I say and you still coming up with what the fuck you want to say. Like a nagging ass, bitch ass woman that just sit up and yeah, but, like, bitch, you're not listening to learn. You're listening to just fucking respond. Nobody's fucking comparing Marvin Hagler and Spence as fighters with each other. We're talking about Terrence Crawford's logic. His fucking logic. You can't fucking put him in there based on Terrence Crawford's logic. So if that's the case, then we gotta look at everybody who've only fought one fucking division. Come on, man. Come on, guys. That's my point. Because if you look on paper and say, well, yo, Wilder knocked out more guys in fighters than this guy did. Yeah, but Wilder also didn't fight any top-level guys and win. He lost to the very top-level guys. You think when you look at Mike Tyson's win-loss record, people are going to say, they always want to say that Mike was old when he fought Lewis, even though he's younger than Lewis. Oh, he was old when he fought Holyfield. You know, he's 4 years younger than Holyfield. They always want to say that. Making excuses don't mean nothing. So my point is this, right? You can sit here and tell yourself, anybody else, Mike was unbeatable from this year to this year. It don't fucking matter what you say. His career went the way it went, and that's for anybody. When you look at who did he beat, when you look at this is what I'm saying. This is how you like, for me, it's about quality opponents, how much you won, how much you lost, how you lost. See, because when you go and you get older and you pass on, the next generation is coming on. They didn't see what you saw. They see highlights. Now, if they take the time to go back and actually watch this and study this shit and really go from fight to fight to fight, who the fuck is really going to do that? These motherfuckers don't even, you got motherfuckers talking about, well, I heard Mike Tyson was one of the GOATs, but I never seen him fight. Okay. There you have it. They don't care about the history. That all being said, this is what we're talking about. The criteria that we're going by. I'm not talking about what the fuck, I'm explaining what my criteria is. But your boy Terrence Crawford, according to his own logic, you guys try to flip shit around and make it mean something and add shit to what he said, then shit he didn't say, you motherfuckers are saying. We're talking about, or it's as simple as this. Let me close this video. If you don't beat Hall of Famers, you can't be a Hall of Famer. If you don't beat all-time greats, you can't be an all-time great. Simple. Talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people. And I will catch you motherfuckers on the next goddamn video.